Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It is Friday. It's Fun Fold Friday, and I'm super excited to share this card with you. Just looking at this screen here, sometimes they change things around on Facebook. How are you all doing? It is off. Like I said, it's Friday. The weekend is upon us. The long weekend if you are in Canada. It is Victoria Day weekend. So a long weekend is much anticipated. I am super excited. I have lots of things I'm going to catch up on this weekend with crafting and paper shares. And did you know I'm doing round 2 of my product shares? Yes, I'm super excited. If you missed out on the first round, once I get 8 people, that's when the round will close for the paper, and it's based on 5 for ribbon. So let me know if you're interested in joining my round 2 for my paper shares. Today, I have some helpers coming to help me to get things packaged up and get them sent out. It's a huge undertaking. Product shares are a lot of work, but they are so worth it to get these products into your hands so that you can start playing with them, seeing your favorite patterns in both DSP. I offered DSP, specialty paper, and ribbon this time around. So I've already had a few people reach out and say, are you doing another one? Yes, indeed. I will do them until you guys are happy. I will do round 2, and then I'll do a round 3 if I need to do. Just to make sure. It's a service that I offer to my customers and team members, downline, other demonstrators. You know, a lot of people are reaching out because it's like, I don't want to buy every single pack of paper, but I want a sample of everything. So you will receive these in a prepaid shipping box. There is a cost for that. It's a $20 for the Canada Post prepaid shipping box, but that gives me tracking. So then I can find out, where did that box go? Did it get delivered? Did it go missing? And it just gives a little bit more accountability for it. And it keeps your products safe too. Last time I wrapped them in this bubble wrap, colorful bubble wrap that I found at the store here, and it was super fun. So I just wanted to mention that. That's what I'm going to be up to this weekend. I'll share some pictures of the process, and I know several of you are anxiously awaiting those beautiful products. I can't wait to get them to you. So today is Fun Fold Friday. I would love to know who's watching. Let me know if you are joining me. I can see your comments now. Today is, hi Marlene from Edmonton. Today's Friday, and I am going to be doing a fun fold card. I love to join you with a fun fold, and this one is super cool. I think this one will be great for, well, this product suite that I'm featuring this week, the Bright and Beautiful suite, is good for anyone, right? Boys, girls, men, women, old, young, it doesn't really matter. It's something that is very, very versatile. And you can even make baby cards using this product suite. So fun. Hi, everybody. Hello, Mary from Dartmouth. Hello, Lorraine. Sorry, your names go by so quickly. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Mary. Hello, Glenda. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Pam from North Carolina. Thank you all for being here. Hi, Erlene from Eagle, Idaho. Waverly, New York. Jean is joining us. Shelly says, I love fun folds and yours are so fun. Well, thank you very much. I try and keep them fun and hopefully not too hard. Hopefully I explain them well enough that you can go ahead and print that PDF from my blog, which will be up a little bit later today. And I'm going to get all of this done today. Hi, Sophia. Thank you for joining me. I had some people reach out to me yesterday about my clubs. Oh, thank you, Pam. I got my hair done yesterday. Last night, my daughter went at first, and my next door neighbor was a hairdresser, and she does them from her house now. So how convenient is that, right? So my daughter went over at 4, and then I went over at 5. So I guess we are getting closer to being prepared for graduation next weekend. Where is Jen? Jen's supposed to be here. She said she would pop in. So you guys love my friend Jen. I love her too. She is such an amazing gal. And of course, I have so many, I call it COVID silver linings. I have met so many people online by doing these videos every morning, and Jen is one of them for sure. And you know, she said she used to watch me. I used to always do Facebook Friday before going live every day. And then when COVID hit, I had to pivot my business and go online and offer my clubs and my classes online. So then Jen was one of the very first people that reached out to me, and she's like, I'm so excited. There she is. Hi, Jen. I'm so excited that I can now participate in your classes, because my classes before were like, I'm going to say 98% in person, right? And when COVID hit, that couldn't stay that way, right? So Shelly says, how are the fires doing? You know what? Today is not so bad. It's not so bad. We still got a haze in the sky. It's not quite blue sky, but I can see the sun, and it is getting better. I hope it's getting better. Your son is graduating tonight, Jennifer. Oh, wow. So exciting. Congratulations to your son. It is such a great time of year. I'm supposed to be, if my daughter wasn't graduating, I would be with all the other demonstrators getting on, arriving into London. Most of them are flying into London right now, my friends. I love seeing their posts. I love, love, love watching them. I'm living vicariously through them. I took the cash payout for the trip because my daughter's graduating, and there was no way in God's name I was missing her graduation, right? Like, I had to be here. So we are here and I'm watching all my friends get on the ship on Sunday. I think they board the ship on Sunday, and they are going on a cruise of the Norwegian fjords. How fun is that? And my heart is over there because I know how Stampin' Up! Treats us on those trips, right? Good morning, Angela. Good to see you. So I'm super excited. And one of my team members, Denise, is doing that trip. She's over there with her husband. And I am just like anxiously awaiting to hear from her and see how everything's going. I don't know. It's almost like, I'm not going to say it's more fun to watch one of my team members enjoy it, but I'd like to be there with her, of course. But one good thing, we can enjoy this together, and we can text each other and message each other. And I cannot wait to see her pictures when she gets back. I'm sure she will share with us. And I just really, really hope I know she's going to have a great time. I know she is. And everybody else too, all of my demonstrator friends. So if you're watching, and I hope you all have a great, great time. Oh, yes, I do have next year's trip to look forward to. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, thanks to you all for your support. I have already earned the Mexico trip for next year, and I'm super excited. My daughter will be finished her first year university by May. So if she wants to come with us, we can pay the extra and bring her with us. And that will be a fun treat for her, right? So that we can all go together. Okay, let's get started. Let's flip the camera and get into our Fun Fold Friday card. Okay, thank you all. Yeah, my I'm super excited for her to be graduating next week. Wait till you see her dress. Oh my heavens, you guys. Oh, Randy says, I feel like a day without Rose is a day without sunshine. Wow, well, thank you for that. That is so sweet of you to say. I feel like that about you guys. Honestly, this is the start of my day. This gets me off to the right start, right? Off on the right foot every single day. I love to join you here. I was just talking about my daughter's dress just briefly. One of the lovely ladies on my Stampin' Up! Team is a seamstress, and she is making Amanda's dress. And this has been a work of art because Amanda didn't have a pattern. She had a vision. She had Pinterest pictures, and Renee is my friend and teammate. She has created this dress for my daughter. It's like the final hem. We're going to go pick it up tomorrow. There may be some tweaks to the hem, but that's it. It's done. And I cannot wait to share those pictures of her in her beautiful dress. And yeah, so thank you for sharing my journey with you. I wouldn't have it any other way. I belong here with her. The color of her dress, well, in Stampin' Up! Colors, it would be Blackberry Bliss. It's the most richest, deepest, regal Blackberry Bliss color. It is so stunning, you guys. I am totally in love with her dress. Okay, let's flip the camera and get started. Renee did a fantastic job on the dress. Oh yeah, there's no question mark about that, TJ. She knocked it out of the park. She's not just a seamstress. She is an artist, and her medium is fabric. Unbelievable what she's done, and yep, she's very, very talented indeed. You'll have to post pictures. Yes, indeed, I will. I'll share those with you guys. Okay, let's get started, you guys. We are going to flip the camera and Yes, we all refer to colors by Stampin' Up! Colors, right? When I first started with Stampin' Up!, I'm like, how am I ever going to remember that? Red is now real red and green is old olive, but you know what? Now it comes second nature to me. That's how I talk. So I reference everything to things in the Stampin' Up! World. My family thinks I'm crazy, I'm sure, but they know. They know. I should give them a quiz to see what color is this green? Is it garden green or old olive? My husband would be like, I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's flip the camera. I'm super excited. It's Friday before a long weekend, and let's get the party started here. Okay, we're gonna flip, and we're gonna turn you down here at my work surface. Okay, got my paper trimmer because I'm gonna show you some cutting and scoring. I'm gonna grab, let's see. I'm gonna grab a piece of white cardstock. Good morning, Nadine. Happy Friday to you too. I'm going to raise up a little bit so you get a better look at my work surface. I know it's just a piece of plain white cardstock right now, but let me bring in the products in case you haven't joined me yet. This week I am playing with beautiful balloons. The suite is called Bright and Beautiful, and we've got the balloons and the matching dies here. Unbelievable, you guys. These are stunning. You see this one here with all the lines? That makes a beautiful fringe. We've got, thank you for posting the suite, Jen. Thank you so, so much. We've got our tag here and our fringe. We've got all these balloons and stars and the little tassels, and even got this one here that will cut out. Well, I was playing with it yesterday and it cuts out these little confetti-like things. So beautiful. Oh yeah, I played with this one yesterday too, the big balloons. Okay, so today we are going to make a card, and it is going to be a pop-up card. And I'm going to put this off to the side. This is my coffee. Do you want to see? No, I'm going to show you the other one. I'm not going to show you the sneak peek. I want you to stick around with me. I do have a second version of this card. I'm going to make one version, and I have another version of this card to share with you at the end. So stay with me. Okay, so first thing is first, we have a card base of a Misty Moonlight, okay? So it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored in the middle at 5 1/4. That's our card base. I'm just going to reinforce this, and then I'm going to bring in my white piece of cardstock. We're going to cut this at 10 1/4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to open up the arm of my trimmer, cut it at 10 1/4, just lining it up here, flush with the top, and then 10 1/4 off to the left here. So 10 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so you don't get two of these out of a sheet. You're just going to get the one because of the effect that we're going to be making here. So we've got a big one right here. Jen's the walking catalog. That's too funny. So we're going to take this and we're going to score it at 5 1/8 of an inch in the center. Okay, so I'm using my light gray scoring tool. 5 1/8. Okay, so let's move all this stuff off to my side here so I get some room to move. Okay, so this is a center score line, okay? But now I want to make two more score lines on either side of this center score line, and I want them to be at 1/2 inch. So it doesn't matter which one you do first. Let's go ahead. We'll just do these here. So there's 1/2 inch, and then I'm moving it over to 1 inch. 1/2 and 1. So two more 1/2 inch increments, okay? So that's on that side. And then we're going to go over to this side. And we're going to do 1/2 inch and 1 inch. Is that 1 inch? 1/2 inch and 1. There we go. Nope, that's not right. Let's see. 1/2, middle, 1/2, 1. Okay. Let's do, there we go. 1/2 inch. All right. So this is the hardest part of the whole card. Once you've got this, you're golden. And it's not hard at all. It's like 5 1/8 and then a half, a half, a half, a half, or you can go half, 1, 1/2, whichever way you want to think about it. Okay, so now we're going to reinforce these score lines. So we're going to go mountain, valley. Let's see, this is thick cardstock. You know Stampin' Up! Has the best cardstock in the world, right? It's my opinion anyway. It is so strong. Okay, so we're just going to reinforce these score lines, and we're going to make a W. So we're going to make peaks and valleys. So there's that one. on this side, and then we're going to fold it over here and make another peak. Let's see. All right, we're just going to score all the lines, and then I'll show you how it folds. The more you score, the better everything goes with fun folds, right? Okay, so we've got our middle line right here. The middle line goes in the middle, and then we're going to have 2 peaks. Let me hold it off to the side like this, and you can see it's the letter M or the letter W, whatever you want to call it. But this is how it looks. It's got this pleat, 2 pleats, right? 2 pleats in the middle. So it'll look like this, but now what I'm going to do is just to add a little bit of glue to these little channels, just to make sure that it stays put. So 2 rows of glue, and then we'll close this up. Close it up so that the glue adheres. Give that a second. Okay, I'll just press that. And we'll see how this looks. So let's close up this card. So that's what it looks like. We've got our 2 little valleys here. Now, to prepare this card even further, we're going to take the card now and open it up, and we're going to put tear and tape in here. Okay, so we want to put tear and tape on both of those panels. So just to recap, we've got these 2 little points here, right? And we're going to put tear and tape. So I'm just going to grab my tear and tape, and I'm just going to come across here, add a strip to this top portion, and then add a strip to the bottom portion, like that. And of course, do you ever wear your tear and tape as a bracelet? It makes a really useful bracelet. Look at that. Just kidding. Okay, so we've got our tear and tape on here. So now we're going to put this off to the side, and we're going to work on the front part of the card, and we'll get to the inside in just a second. So we've got Misty Moonlight for my card base. I have a piece of Lemon Lime Twist. We're going to emboss that with one of the 3D folders. Now this one is a part of the 3D Basics package. So the 3D Basics package has 3 folders in it. I love this one. It's got the polka dots, and the other 2, let me pull those in. So it's a 3-pack, right? And this is on the online exclusives. So we've got 3 of them. We've got polka dots. We've got this one here is like a cross hatch pattern. And then the third one has these little, almost like little stars, like sea stars. So you get 3 of them. And I think this is the first time I've ever seen Stampin' Up! Come up with 3 folders, and they're all 3-dimensionals. So it's Basics 3D embossing folder. And if you're looking for the code, Jen, it's 161598. Okay, so that's where I'm getting the polka dots from. So we're going to emboss this. So we're popping this in. And did you guys know the embossing folders have this line? And it's really fun, really convenient to be able to put your cardstock at the line, close up your folder, and then we're going to emboss this. So let's bring in my Big Boss. Have to use the Big Boss for this one because it's a big folder. And our platform sequence is platform number 1. The folder with the cardstock inside, put the spine in first. Always put the spine in first. And then we're going to use our dark gray platform number 4. Okay, so that's how you emboss with 3D folders. So we're going to roll that through, and let's see what we've got. We've got some polka dots. I love this folder so much. A few years ago, there was, like, my daughter had a hoodie. I think it was a hoodie, or maybe it was just a zip-up jacket. And I swear it looked exactly like this. It was, I forget what the material was called, but it's such a fun material. That's what it reminds me of. You have those folders, Cindy, and they're beautiful. Yes, I totally agree. I love these folders. Okay, so there's my little, that's my fabric. I'm calling it fabric. It looks like fabric to me. Okay, so this is going to go on the front, but before I put it down, I've got some other pieces I want to attach, of course. I've got some designer series paper. I got 3 patterns, and I've already run them through my fringe. Can you see the fringe on the bottom of these? Such a fun little die cut. I'm going to be using this one for a very long time. I just love it. So we're going to layer these, okay? So I'm going to start with the stars. Minky, that's what it's called, Minky. Yeah, Minky? the fabric. I know my friend Kim, I think she was making a baby quilt or something with that. Don't know if Kim's with us today, but I think she would know exactly this material and what it's called. And it came in all kinds of different colors. Okay, so we've got our stars here at the bottom. Then I'm going to layer this fringe here with all of our matching colors in it. It's going to layer that on top. I'm only putting glue on the top portion. And when I ran this through, I cut the strip to be 1 inch. And I took my die and I only put it on the bottom portion. I wanted to have a solid portion at the top so that I could put the glue. So let's go ahead. We're going to put this one on the top. So we've got a triple layer of fringe. All right, so there we go. We've got that. Now we're going to put this, maybe I need a little more glue. Try that one more time. We're going to put this on top and we're going to put it onto our lemon lime twist layer. You got a little bit of wiggle room with your liquid glue here. Let's see if I can get this straight. All right, using my silicone mat underneath, so any excess glue will stay on the mat. Okay, so let's bring in our lemon lime twist layer. This is going to sit at the bottom of this layer. And you can go ahead afterwards and like fluff up the fringe if you want to, because I mean, the fun part of fringe is that it can be, you know, well, fringy, right? You can fluff it up. So you can do that after you got your card put together. You can do it now. It's totally up to you. I'm just going to add my glue to the top portion of these. This is 3 pieces of paper glued together, and now I'm putting them onto the card front as a little set, as a little group. So we'll go ahead and tap that down. And I thought I would bring in a piece of I was going to call it Blueberry Bliss. It's not called Blueberry. I'm totally mixing up the colors. This is called Berry Burst. And this is 1/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to put that right at the top here. But before I put it on, I thought I would bring in, there's a stamp in this set. It's these 5 little stars here. And I thought, oh, that would be fun to do a little tone-on-tone stamping. So I'm going to bring in my Berry Burst ink. And we're going to stamp that little stamp all the way across here. I love tone-on-tone stamping. So let's do stars across here. And don't worry if you don't get it perfect, because it's hand stamped. And I'm definitely not, okay, I'm going to flip this over. That was not a good job. Okay, it's because I'm not looking straight down at my project. Let's see if I can try this a little bit better here and get it straighter. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there's number 5. Oh, that one was off. Oh, well. And then number 6. Okay. It's not perfect, but like I said, it's hand stamped. It's not supposed to be perfect, right? It's supposed to look like hand stamped. Okay, so we're going to put this onto the card. But the OCD in me is not liking it. Okay, I got an extra strip over here. You're laughing. I know you're laughing. I can hear you. I'm going to try this one more time. 5 of these little stamps. And it's hard to line things up when you're not looking at it straight. One more time. This is my last chance. Ah, that one's off. Okay, so if you get them all off, that's okay, because you can do a couple of things. You can actually make it purposeful, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and make this purposeful, and I'm going to randomly stamp these little stars all over the place, and we will cover up anybody who's, you know, looking at this and they'll be like, oh, that was not straight at all. Then it'll look like I meant to do it that way. I meant to make it crooked. I meant to make it off. Random stamping. All right, there's a lot going on this card that you don't need to stress about the little stuff, right? Because it's going to be pretty no matter what. Okay, so here we go. We're going off the edge up here, and we're filling in this piece of paper, this piece of cardstock with all of the stars. Okay, what do you think? Was that a good recovery? I'm going with it. And I'm going to clean up this extra ink off my silicone mat so it doesn't end up on my fingers or the back of my hand. Okay, you learn by your mistakes, right? Okay, so let's add a little bit of glue to this, and we're going to put this on the front of the card, across the top here, across the top of my fringe pieces. Just like kind of secures it all, gives that nice little layer of berry burst. And then I'm going to flip this over, add glue, and you can be very liberal with your glue here. You can be very free. I'm actually going to put an X in the middle. There's a lot of layers of cardstock here to hold down, so I want to make sure it's nice and strong. So this is going to go on the front of my card like this. There we go. All right, so to finish the front of the card, I've already gone ahead and I've die cut one of the tags in basic white. So here it is right here. And I'm going to stamp the stamp that says, I think it's time for a celebration. Yes, indeed it is. All right, so we're going to tap on the Memento Basic Black. We're going to hover over our tag and line it up. Stamp straight down and straight up. No rocking. All right, so that's great just like that, but it would look even better if we brought in a little pop of color for the back so that those confetti will look colored, right? Because confetti is not white. It should, in my opinion, it should be colored, right? So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the center of my tag, and I'm just going to pop this piece of berry burst here at the back, covering up the holes so that we have that berry burst shining through. Now, to tie it together, I'm going to take it a little step further, and we're going to bring back those stars. I'm going to clean that up. All that berry burst ink, extra ink on there. We're going to clean that off. And I'm going to stamp with Blueberry Bushel, just to add a little pop of color to the tag. We're going to stamp those 5 stars right down here at the bottom, like that. There we go. It's a little bit of coordinating color. And then I was like, okay, we don't have a berry burst ribbon or lemon lime twist ribbon. And you saw me the other day, I did color the, what's it called? The ribbon, this one here, the sparkle, this one. You can color this with blends, any color, so you could totally make your own ribbon. But today I thought I would bring in one of our ribbons from the In Color collection. Now this one here, Basic Black ink is no longer available. Yes, it's Memento. Exactly, Jen. Thank you so much. This is Sweet Sorbet, but you know what? I think it's going to work. And it's sparkly. It's fun. We're going to use a little bit of this today. This is the metallic woven ribbon that carried over into the current catalog. So I'm going to cut a piece of a 5-inch piece. And we're going to feed that through our tag. So I just snip that off. I'm going to take the ends of the ribbon, and I'm going to put them together like this, and we're going to feed them through the back of the tag. So feed all the ribbon through the back, and then you want to grab the loop before the loop goes through like that. And okay, let's try that again. Getting excited over here. All right, so we're going to feed the ribbon through the back. You can use Basic Black like the Memento. If you have Basic Black, you could use it. Now, if you're coloring with blends, you do need to use Memento. Blends will bleed any other kind of ink, but the blends are specifically, you want to use Memento when you're coloring with blends. So here's my little fringy part. We're just going to snip that a little bit shorter. Now, if you wanted to make it really fringy, you can take your thumbs and you can actually separate this and it looks even more sparkly. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Okay, so this is going to go on the front of my card, right up here, like that. And I've got a lot of layers here, so I'm going to just glue this down with liquid glue because we haven't even got to the inside yet, and there's going to be even more bulk when I do the inside. So I don't want to add any more thickness than I already have, so I'm just going to glue this down with some liquid glue right here, and I'm putting it on an angle like that. Okay, so there's the front of my card, but the fun fold is it on the inside. Now let's get back to the fun fold part. So we have this piece here, right? Remember with my little tracks. So what I want to do is I've used the dies to cut some balloons. Now I need one more color. I need let's bring in my dies. I'll show you. This one right here, I want to cut 2 of this one with Berry Burst ink cardstock. Okay, let's see. Oh, no, I do have them. Okay. All right, so let's bring in what I've got. I've got 2 Berry Burst. I've got 2 Azure Afternoon. And I'm frozen. Am I frozen for everyone else? Marie says I'm frozen. Let me know, guys. Give me a thumbs up if I'm okay. I don't know if it's me or perhaps Marie, you'll have to go out and come back. Sometimes that's what happens. I've got 2 of the smaller ones as well of that color. Do I? I thought I cut 2 at a time. Okay. Oh, thank you, TJ. Thank you so much. I love stamping. Honestly, it just makes me so happy to join you guys here. Okay, I thought I had 2 of the little blue ones. I need 2 blue, 2 small blue, and 2 small lemon lime twists. So we're going to cut those. And I want to share with you that these dies are strong enough to cut through 2 pieces of cardstock. Perfect on your end. Thumbs up. Okay. If you're freezing, please go out and come back. Just leave Facebook and come right back, and usually that will reset it. Okay, so we're going to grab some scrap. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty. That's pretty small. We're going to try again. Let's get another bigger piece. So I need 2 more lemon lime twist. So these are going to be floating on the inside of my card, you guys. This is super fun. When you open up a card and there's floating elements, oh, it is so fun. Okay, let's bring in my layers. And I'm just off to the side here. I'm going to quickly cut 2 of these lemon lime twist balloons. And I need 1 more of the Azure Afternoon. Okay, so there's my 2. And get rid of my scrap. We're going to grab my take your pick tool, and luckily there's a little hole in the die that you can poke and get your that one didn't come out right, but that's okay because I only need 1 more. It has to be perfect. That's not going to cut it. I only need 1 more blue one, Azure Afternoon. So we're going to grab another piece of Azure Afternoon and we're going to run that through. Okay, 1 more Azure and 1 more lemon lime twist, and then we will be ready to go ahead and put this together. I thought I had these pieces cut, and of course, one of my balloons went missing. Maybe it took flight. Yeah, it took flight. Like everything else takes flight in my craft room. You guys know that, right? All right, so now we've got all of our balloons. Yeah, basic black will run because it's water-based. Yep, and the alcohol markers, the blends are alcohol-based. Okay, so we got a lot of balloons going on here. I'm going to put this die back on my magnetic sheet. I also have some of the, remember the acetate that comes with the suite? You get 12 by 12 sheets. These are cut 6 by 12, but I was showing them to you yesterday. You get the confetti pattern. You get the, this is another confetti, and then you get the circles, okay? The little confetti circles. So what I've done is, let me put these back in my package. I've cut some strips that are 1/4 of an inch in width. Okay, just some scraps. So don't throw away any of your scraps when you're playing with this stuff because you don't need very much to do this kind of a card. And then I also have a few of them that have been cut 1/2 an inch. So 1/4 inch and then 1/2 inch. And we're going to grab our glue dots and we're going to put these together. So I'm going to grab my row of glue dots here. I'm going to flip over these balloons and we're going to quickly add a glue dot to the inside of that balloon. So you only want to do 1 of the pairs. So I'm just going to put a single glue dot on 1 of the colors. All right, so this one, lemon lime twist. Okay, so let's do our little guys first. So we've got our glue dot there. And we're going to bring our acetate strip, put that on the glue dot. And we'll put that one right here. And 1 more onto my berry burst piece, like that. And again, you can have the gold or the silver pointing forward. It's totally up to you, whatever you want to be your focal point. Now we've got a little bit more area here, so you can bring in your liquid glue and just add a little dollop of liquid glue to the top. Then I'm going to use the putty end of my take your pick tool, and I'm going to make a sandwich. So I'm going to put the opposite, or the, you know, the matching balloon on the back side. So then we cover up that acetate. Okay. So there's my 3 colorful balloons. Now, if you want to just move them off to the side and let them set up, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to move them down here. And then I'm going to work on the big guys. Same idea, you guys. We want to use a glue dot to hold the acetate down. So I'm going to flip it around so I've got the back side of each color. And I'm going to add a glue dot to each one. There's one. See how fast I can go. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now I'm going to use the wider, the 1/4 inch, and I'm going to put that at the bottom of each balloon, like that. And then one more over here. And then let's grab my glue and put some glue up here. Super easy. You know, I wanted to show you the whole process, you know. It is easy when you lay it all out. You can do this in no time at all. All right, so now we just make our sandwiches, our balloon sandwiches. Here we go. We're going to put that one on there and this one on here. Now I've cut these out of cardstock. You can also use the balloon dies, and you could do paper, designer series paper balloons, right? So totally up to you. So here we have our 6 balloons, and I thought I would bring in the stamp set. So let's flip them around. I want my gold to be on the front of these. So I'm going to flip them around so that I've got the gold pointing forward. And there's a couple little stamps you can stamp on these. One of them is Yay You. That one would fit. I don't know if Happy Birthday would fit on the balloon. Would it? Oh yeah, look at that. We're going to do that. Would So Thrilled for You? I haven't tried this, you guys. So Thrilled for You. Well, yeah, it just fits. Oh my gosh. I had no idea. No idea. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of different things here. We're going to bring in Blueberry Bushel. I'm going to stamp So Thrilled for You on the Parakeet Party balloon. Oh my God, I love it. Love, love, love it. Then we're going to stamp Yay You on that balloon. And I'm going to stamp Yay You over here. Yes, okay. There we have it. We've got some sayings on the big balloons. I'm going to leave the little balloons just plain. And now we get to do the fun part. We're going to put this together. So going back to our card, the insert, the white piece here. Remember we made these 2 little tracks. I'm going to pull off the tear and tape off one of the tracks, and we're actually going to place the balloons into this track. So they're going to be popping up when the person opens the card. Now, one tip I have for you is you don't want your balloons to be off the edge because it won't fit in your card. So we're going to trim these. So I'm going to put this balloon right here, and then I'm just kind of watching where the end of that goes, and I'm just going to snip the bottom. So you don't need to measure. If you want to measure it, you can, but when I'm making a card, I want instant gratification. I'm so excited to see what it's going to look like. So there we have our balloon, and it's going to be fine. It's not sticking off the edge. So now I'm going to put So Thrilled for You in the middle, and I think it's about that much. So let's go ahead and put that one right here. So Thrilled for You, and then another Yay You over here. Actually, we can stagger them. We can make it even shorter. Make this one shorter. There we go. And then, so there's the Yay You right here. Now these little guys, we can just pop them in the middle, right? We can pop them in, put one right there, and we can make this one a little bit shorter. We're just snipping and placing wherever you feel like it. So that one's going to go there. And my Azure Afternoon, maybe I'll snip a teeny tiny bit off of that one, and that one will go right here. So then when you're happy with, whoops, that one came off. You can actually pull them up if you need to change it. This one came apart. Let's fix that. I'll pop this back in and give it a squeeze. Make sure it's good, it's stuck. And then we can put it back. So now, if you don't like the placement, you can actually pull this up. You know, it takes a little bit of effort, but you can pull the acetate up and you can rearrange your balloons until you're happy. And then when you're done, you just come over to this side. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. You can come over to this side and then pull off the backing of this tear and tape right here. And then we're just going to simply close that together. And that's going to make a nice little bridge where these balloons are going to pop up. Isn't that fun? It's so fun. And this acetate is like sparkly and it's birthday themed and it's strong. And oh my gosh, it's so amazing, you guys. So there's the inside of our card. This is a floating pop-up card. Okay, so let's finish this off. I've got a couple of pieces of designer series paper, just 1 inch by 5 1/4. I'm going to put one down here and one at the top. So let's go ahead and add some glue to these strips. And we're going to just put one, like I said, down here. And you can use any pattern you want. There's so many choices with the designer series paper. It's so amazing. You can make tons and tons of different cards. And none of them will look the same because there's so many choices. Okay, so this is a birthday card. So we said on this one, it's time for a celebration. I think it's time for a celebration. So now I'm going to take the happy birthday stamp and I'm going to stamp it right here. I think I'll use blueberry bushel for this one. Happy birthday. Now, if you're making a group card, like maybe you're the person at your work that makes the cards for in the office for, I know that a lot of us do that, right? And you need lots of space for people to sign. This card would be perfect because you've got all this area up here. Whoops, and mine did not line up right. Nope, and I've lost my little spot. My wiggle room is gone. Look at that. So I'm just going to come in here and shave off this little piece that's sticking out over the edge. And that's okay. We're okay. So you have lots of room to sign. So I'm going to close this up and I'm going to add glue to the bottom. Just come around here and I'm going to add some glue just to the bottom part. And then we're going to pick this up like a nice, neat little package. Make sure that you're not putting your balloons upside down. You want the words to read the right direction, right? And then we're going to open the card and we're just going to put this into the center of the card. I'm lining it up at the score line and making sure it's even on both sides and the bottom. And then I'm just going to add glue to the top. And we're going to give this card a little press. We're going to close it. And then it should be good to go. So let's just take our card and gently close it. And you can wiggle it into place. Mine's sticking out a tiny bit here. It's not perfect, but like I said, handmade is not perfect, right? So here we go. We're going to open this up and see what the recipient will see when they get this card. Whoa, look at that. The balloons are dangling. So remember, I was telling you that I had another one I wanted to share with you. This one's a birthday theme, but the beautiful balloons is also more than just birthday, right? If you don't want to play with balloons, you can do the stars because the dies have 2 different sizes of stars, right? So you can make it a congratulations card, a graduation if you need, right? You can do the same thing on the front, but then when you open it up, you can have the floating stars and say, so thrilled for you. And then each of these greetings fits on the stars, right? You did it. Yay, you did it. And it's just such a fun card. Now you could put a gift card back here, right? You could put a little pocket, make a little pocket out of DSP and tuck some money in there, right? Grads love money. They need it going off to post-secondary. So there we have it. We have the birthday theme, a graduation or a celebration theme, end of school year, all kinds of different ideas. And all of these products are included in the entire suite. You're going to get the acetate, the designer series paper, the dies, the stamps. You totally need all of it, to make these cards. And the fringe here at the front, that's the die. Now let me bring in my catalog and show you, in case you are wondering, where is this coming from? It's on page 14 and 15 of the annual catalog. And there's one item code, 161460. You can get, and it's the link at the bottom of this video. You can get the entire suite. Okay, and then you're going to qualify for one of my pink packages. I have not forgotten about my pink packages, my friends. They are coming out. You're going to get surprises in the mail from me. This is a promotion of mine for the month of April and May. So go ahead, grab this in your cart, use the link at the bottom. It has the host code already embedded, or you can just go ahead and type in your order, whatever you want. If you already own this, you could get something else. Everyone who spends more than $60 using my host code, this is very important. The host code allows me to send you gifts. So please don't forget to add your host code, because I can't call Stampin' Up! And ask them to add it. They have cut out that feature. Too many people phoning. So you have to put your host code in, okay? So there we go. Thank you, guys. I'm going to just flip you around. Thanks, everyone. I had so much fun making this card, and I definitely see more of these pop-up floating cards in my future. You know, it's such a fun, people who receive this card will not be expecting something to pop up and float in front of them. They will probably think, oh, that's a pretty card with the fringe on the front. And then when they open it, it'll be like, boom, right? Hearts, not hearts. Well, you could put hearts. You could totally put hearts if you wanted to. Balloons or stars. Thank you all for your support today by coming to watch me. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching. If you have any questions about anything that I've shown you, please don't hesitate to message me. I'd love to hear from you. And if you make this card, send me a photo of your version, right? You may do something completely different, right? A little songbird would look cute. Yes. Let's see. Have a great weekend, girl. Will you be on Monday or relaxing? Oh, thank you for asking. Yes, I am taking Monday off with my family. So I won't be on for my regular Facebook Live on Monday, but I will be back on Tuesday. Okay, so I wish you all a great long weekend and happy Victoria Day on Monday to all my Canadian friends. I think the British, do they celebrate Victoria Day? I should know this. I'm not sure. I know we do in Canada. So yes, thank you so much for your well wishes, you guys. I will be working. I'll be taking some time off this weekend to do some fun things with my family, some board games and different things. But for the most part, I will be doing some work, catching up, because I did go away with my girlfriends last weekend. And I sent out my email yesterday about my retreat happening June 9th to the 11th. So if you're in Calgary or you want to come and join us, the registration closes next Thursday. Okay, so I have to have all my stuff in by next week. So if you want to go to that retreat with me, it's a super fun weekend. I'd love to have you. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Tuesday morning. Bye-bye.